I carry estate value to go to the house and value
Mm.
how much that thing cost. What the estate value give me is lesser than what my capital and environment give me. The money you spend in that place.
Hmm.
I call this guy, do the solution on the ground. The guy continue lives and use. I tell this guy, you are not dealing with illiterate man.
Right.
You are dealing with somebody where you deal with law.
Hmm.
And then I don't want to make people to know what you discriminate. I tell my son, and then my son went to upper area court and filed a case between the tenant and landlord. They brought it to court, and then when the case was going, court had to send the full estate value in court and give him the assignment to value that property. Estate value from the court, they give me less than the other one where the other man give us. What the judge do, just have to call him and warn him
Mm.
that did you take permission from this man? He say no. Say you know say the man can do it. Do you know how the man acted this and
No.
he say that is his own choice.
Hmm.
So the judge ruled the case say that your property you use there is an invalid. The landlord is not subject to pay for that thing. And if you go there and temper anything, the landlord should bring you to court for lawful damage to your house. You hear that? That's how the judge of upper area court is.
Hmm.
You see that some people they go beyond what they're supposed not to do,
Right.
and then they thought maybe the landlord don't know what to do.
Hmm.
How did you put your money to somebody's house without telling him? And then if you ask him how much did you spend, you give him above what he's supposed to pay for how many years.
Right.
If you see, be in my position where people know me, I don't want to blame myself out, but my son went to court
Hmm.
and then won the case. When he came back, that the next thing is go and meet my pastor, go and meet all this one. Started begging them to allow that boy alone. Leave him alone, he don't know what he's doing. He's still living there, but he know what he's supposed to do. What you're doing. That landlord, before you give him that quick notice, you have asked him, maybe you have asked him how much did you spend. And then the cost of wood he put there
Yeah.
is too high for the landlord. That's why I tell you, say, he did not tell me, pack out from my rent. And then the rent is going to cost how many years? I wrote my rent to you. And then I know what to do with the money next year. And then I did not tell you to renovate it, you go and renovate it. And tell me, say, after 3 years before you tell me. I can't sit down and look for that. I have to take action. Thank you very much. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you. That is a landlord speaking from his experience. So let's also hear from a tenant to balance this up. Now, Scoot at 009 says, firstly, it is foolishness to spend money upgrading a rented house. Then you go through all the stress only to destroy it yourself. What if the landlord asks you to return it to its previous state? You will end up spending money all over again. All right, now Whitefield Uchechuku says, I really don't know why people do this. You rented an apartment, you signed an agreement. In the agreement, you read that you should not erect a permanent structure or change the existing design of the house. You saw that the landlord can request to make use of the property at any time with a stipulated time notice. Yet you decided to do POP, do tiles. Some change windows to Armaco window. You put out a hanging or floating TV stand rather, that its measurements are specifically for that wall and can be used elsewhere. You change so many structures without the consent of the landlord, then come to cry wolf when the landlord comes for his property. Rent a well-furnished apartment or build yours to your taste. Stop renting a house and start changing the original structure of the interior. Who do you want to impress? Some countries, you pay for nailing on the wall. Just the nail to hang a picture is considered as damaging the existing structure. All right, now this person is Auntie at Santa says, use your millions to build your own house. Okay, Now, this is Osage Iyoha. They say if the landlord takes it up with you legally, you pay damages times 50. Spending so much to renovate a rented apartment was the first wrong step, and the second wrong step was destroying them after being served notice to quit. Now, Chinenye says stop renovating people's houses for them. Now, like I said, how do you want to renovate a house? Okay, you might want to do some little renovations. If you know that okay, there are certain things you can fix, like say the loo needs some fixing, maybe the bathtub is bad, the shower cap, all of those minor adjustments. I think those type are there's nothing wrong. But when you decide to do major facelift to the building, where you change the ceiling, you change the structure, the walls, everything, you're doing all of this without the consent of the landlord. The owner of the house is not aware that this is what you're trying to do with that building. I want to believe that right from when the person wanted to do their house or build that particular place, they had a structure in mind. Yes, it might not be your taste, but you came for it. You are the one who came for it. And you decide, okay, I'm going to settle here. So why not just go for something you want? And like I said earlier, some of them want to make excuses by saying that, oh, I wanted to go for this one because it was close to what I wanted. So I thought I could work with it to an extent. Stop changing the face of people's houses. And if you must, it's very important that you have an agreement signed. It's important that you should have an agreement. You should have acceptance from the landlord before doing so. And a written agreement that you will stay in their house at least for 5 years to at least benefit from the money you spent. And there are some landlords that will now start seeing it as you are trying to cheat them. Even though it is your money you used to give that house a facelift, they now want to be clever by half. So why do you want to put yourself in a back and forth situation where you are now dragging with your landlord as to who should be or what shouldn't be? Now let's take this comment from Erobosa Patrick. He says, you should be arrested unless you put the room back the way it was rented to you and not destroyed. With the right budget, you can get apartments already suited to your taste instead of tempering or upgrading a rental place. I believe renovation was never in your arrangement. All right, now William Charles at Sky underscore B00 055 says people will learn the hard way. Renovating a house that is not yours. Okay, now this is James. James Louis at 222 says, I keep on saying this. You guys should rent a house that is of your taste and standard rather than renting a house that is not your taste and you end up upgrading it. When your landlord sees that you have given this house a good standard, it leads to increase in house rent. So many of you haven't still realized this. That's why all of a sudden your landlord increases his house rent overnight because you have beautified the house for him. Olawale Folarin says, I will sue you for damages if you do this rubbish to my house. First, you don't renovate people's property without informing them. You need to carry them along and you both have an agreement. So Sonny says, I don't know how people spend money on people's houses except from repainting and doing a normal interior. I'm not upgrading anything. If I want POP, I will go for POP house. POP is costing a lot. Like, why do people? And that's why you see that when people are now, when these agents or realtors are giving out houses, they'll now say, oh, the house has POP. Maybe I think that's because of the contentification of housing in Nigeria. Everybody is looking for a house that has the befitting aesthetics so that when you make your videos, the POP is showing that, yeah, you are living a POP apartment. Of course, life is good and life should be enjoyed. But at the same time, there is a big lesson here that we all should take in. When emotions take over, everyone can end up losing. Now the landlord may have a damaged property, but the tenant has also lost millions that he invested in it. So maybe the real question isn't about who won or who has lost. It is whether this situation could have been avoided altogether. And yes, like we said it today, today is a World Day of Dialogue. I'm trying to get that. International Day of Dialogue, yes, for civilization. We just spoke about that earlier today here on Eagles FM. That is the International Day for Dialogue among civilizations. So it basically means that we need to talk more. We need to communicate. If you want to if you want to upgrade someone's apartment to your taste, why not let them know? Have a written understanding. You guys should have a written understanding. Uh, if the person wants to take that out from your rent, have that. But remember, the person did not ask you to start renovating the apartment. You saw the apartment, you came to them, and you decided to take it the way it is. So even if you want to do anything to it, there should be clearer agreements. There should be a better understanding of your rights and responsibilities, both the landlord and the tenant, because the landlord also has his right as much as the tenant also have their right. So whether you're a landlord or a tenant, it's important that we learn that we need to work together. We need to work together. Let's have conversations that we gear towards helping each other. It's very important. Let's pick this call. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, Mr. Friday. Good morning. Oh my goodness, hearing from you on the morning belt. How you doing?
It's okay. Cassie,
Yes.
you see this issue,
Mm.
if you look at it, I don't know how to place it.
Hmm.
Because, you see, it has happened to a friend of mine. And I quickly got to know that this will not work out.
Was your friend the landlord or the tenant?
No, a tenant.
Oh, okay.
So he got to a place and he look at the wall and look at the whole thing. He said, this place is not okay for him. I said, so what do you do? It's better you move out or you discuss with the landlord. He now called the landlord. After discussing, the landlord said, okay, just do it and give me the estimate of how much you have spent.
Like it was just a verbal talk. There was no written arrangement. Wow.
Yes, there's nothing like waiting.
Hmm.
So after everything, and I came in, the house was okay. I said, how far? He said, they have discussed, and the man said after everything, should give him the whole thing, how he spend the money, what, give him the total amount. I said, okay. But do you think this thing will ever work? He said, yeah, the man is a calm man. He does this. I said, okay, fine. A very good day. This man came and said, this what you are saying is too much, and you can't do that, you can't do that. It's okay. How are we going to do it? It's okay, we minus it from your rent. You know that the moment the rent expire, that is when it have the guy quit notice.
There was no written agreement to hold him to his word.
And do you know the funny thing?
Mm.
Another person also did the same thing. The moment he did it and the rent expired, the landlord has to say, my second wife wants to pack into that room.
Can you imagine?
And the whole agreement, don't worry, he said, don't worry, just leave. That is my house. I have the right to. Do you want my wife to stay outside? Do you want? And he was now telling the guy to move to the other room. That is why it is that the wife wants to move to that one.
Right.
If the guy wants to remain in the compound. There's not, when the guy was just shouting, I asked him around and said, see, you waste your resources, you waste your energy. If you say you want to pursue this case, where are you going to take it to? Because you have no evidence. This man can say he never asked you to do anything like this. So just let it go and leave the man with his conscience.
Right.
And then that is what. So for me, I know if I come to a place I don't like anything about the house, that I'll put in what I know I can forgo. I will not put something that will bring me issue with anybody. I'll just put in what I can forgo.
Right.
Any other thing is your business. Like my former house, Kathy. when I came in, I look at the whole thing. I say, Madam, this house, this. I don't like it. He said, no, if you pay money now, I'll fix it. I said, sure. I said, yes. And I paid. Because do you know that I pay a year and 6 months so that the money will be enough for her to just do whatever she wants to do.
Okay.
Do you know she did not fix it?
Ah.
And of course, she was just trying to, I said, Madam, this is not what we agreed. She was just trying to, I said, okay. The toilet was not functioning. I have to call her. She will say, the plumber is coming. I call another plumber. The guy came and fixed it. My friend said, go and collect money. I say, no, I'm the one using the toilet. I don't want issue. Let him just fix it and go since I'm the one using it. Do you know the time after a year again, after my rent expired, he now come with story. I have to pay a year and 6 months again so that she will be able to fix that thing. He come up with a story. Her son-in-law had an accident. The person is in coma. They have to use the money. This is, I said, okay. Is that all? He said, yes. I said, okay, no problem. That's it. When the woman finally come and fix those things, the third day, that is when the woman come and increase the rent. Something that she have to fix for, she had promised to fix for 3 years ago. The moment she fixes it and my rent remains a month to expire, that is when she came and fixed it and increased the rent.
Can you imagine?
I just said, okay, no problem. It should come out clean and clear. Say, oh, Mr. Man, you are overstaying my house. Back out instead of this.
All the corner, going through the corners.
Yes. He said, no, the way you are taking care of the house. I said, Madam, relax. I understand this trick. You cannot increase house rent like this. But the truth is this. She wants me to just pay it because when she comes, that, I will just come pay 1 year, 6 months. She believes I don't have any other thing to spend money on. When he comes, if he increases now, I will still pay. So the moment I now start looking for a way to pack out, they say, no, sue the woman. The woman, I say, see, is our house. If you want to put it for 1 million naira, is our house. What is my business? The money I am looking for, I now start going to station, start going to court. No, I don't have the strength. I'm the one that connect lights to the same apartment. So the next thing, I just got a house. I pack out. It was the neighbors around and say, come and remove your wire.
Okay.
So that she will now, whenever she's looking for tenant, she will not tell them she has light. I said, okay. One lady just say, you have to disconnect the light. I should come and pack my wire. That's the wire out of the house. But what am I trying to say? The truth is, sometimes when a house that is not your own, wife fighting over it, something that you know you can't forget, don't put it in the house.
Right.
Is it not your mate that are buying land and building house? Why do you want to make somebody more beautiful than the way they build it? Go and get your own land, build it the way you want it. In fact, decorate it the way you want it. So that nobody will push you, will not push anybody. But my house, you now do it the way you want. And I say, leave. You say, no, you have spent money. Did I send you? And if there's no written agreement, Cassie, forget it. And written agreement self, is it not a shameful thing that you decorate somebody, you fix somebody's house? You now have to fix house that is more than your rent.
Right. See,
that is, the truth is this. Anywhere I'm living, if my friend cannot come there, don't come. In fact, I will not be your friend. You will not push me to do something. I will not do it for anybody. If I'm living in a dark house, if you can't come, stay at the junction, I'll come and meet you, discuss, you go. Why must I put myself on unnecessary pressure? I rented a house and if it's not POP, I have to go and make sure it's POP because of friends, because of social media. What a nonsense. That is matter.
Thank you, Mr. Friday. And on that note, this is where we get to wrap it up. Our time is fast spent. We appreciate you for connecting, for tuning in to today's discourse. It's been an amazing time, Elder Noja and Mr. Friday. My name is Cassandra Yunumbe, and to you, our dear listener, listening to us and never calling, we hope that someday you get to pick up your phone and call us to be a part of the conversation, because it will always be better with you in it. My name is Cassandra Yunumbe. Bye for now.
Oops, sorry for the break in transmission.
Fire!
Stay, play, Eagles Fresh Hits.
102.3 Eagles FM. Are you confused?